Good.
Go ahead and say your first
All
name.
right, I'm Officer Matthew Longshore, Longshore, spokesperson for the Aurora Police Department. About 8:54 this morning, officers responded to 2210 South Dallas Street on reports of a possible hostage situation. Multiple officers arrived to the scene and were confronted by a male that was armed with a machete. Officers did deploy less lethal options, but those were ineffective. An officer did discharge his weapon, striking the suspect. After the suspect was shot, first aid was rendered and administered, and the suspect was then transported to a local area hospital. This is being investigated in accordance with Senate Bill 15-219 with the Denver Police Department and the 17th Judicial District Attorney's Office. This is all very preliminary information that could change. We're hoping to do a press release later this afternoon that can hopefully highlight a few more details. Is there any questions?
What's the condition of the suspect?
His condition is unknown at this time.
Was there anyone else inside that apartment?
That is all part of the investigation. It's very early stages. We're hopeful that's information that we can release at a later date.
When you say less lethal options, what were those less?
I don't have the exact less lethal option that was used.
How long did the situation last?
That is unknown. I'm hopeful that in our press release later we can highlight some of those details.
When it was called in as the hostage situation, I mean, was he like referencing, holding somebody or in the apartment? Did you find out?
Again, that's very early stages of our investigation that we don't have all the specific answers for. That hopefully our press release later, once we interview witnesses and stuff like that, that we can release. We're asking anybody that may have witnessed or have information about this to please call Detective Jamie Krieger with our Aurora Major Crimes Unit at 303-739-6113.
Quick, for the viewers who are just tuned in live, tell us a quick synopsis of what you guys responded to this morning.
About 8:54 this morning, officers responded to the location just directly behind me on reports of a possible hostage situation. Once they arrived, they were confronted by a male that was armed with a machete. After this, the officers did try to deploy less lethal options that were proven to be ineffective, at which time the suspect was shot by one of our officers.
Can you please tell us if he's Hispanic, the man, if he's an Anglo, the man?
The suspect is a black male.
Had you had any run-ins over here before? This person, was he known to law enforcement?
We don't have that information at this point. Sorry.
When you say machete, can you elaborate? I mean, people think this huge, big thing.
That was what we were told, is a machete. So if you think of machete, you probably think of a very large knife. So we're going off the information that we were told.
Was there anything indicating that he might be like mentally ill or not in the right mind during all this?
That's going to be part of the investigation and hopefully details that we have later.
Was the gun used by officers a handgun, long gun?
That's information I don't know.
Was it does this apartment complex have a particular name?
That I don't know either. I'm sorry.
Can you please tell us if he had an encounter with a neighbor or with anybody inside the property?
Part of the investigation is going to be what led up to the officers arriving on scene. So like I said, very early in the investigation, and I'm sorry we don't have all those details yet.
Was the man shot outside the apartment or in the doorway or inside?
He was inside the residence.
Do you know roughly how many officers responded?
I don't have that. Multiple. I don't have the exact number. I'm sorry.
Any estimate on how long you'll stay out here?
This is a complex investigation, right? We have multiple jurisdictions helping us out. As you can see, our crime lab is here also. They're processing the scene. So, I mean, it could be a little bit of time before the area is cleared. We're hopeful, though, that we do a thorough investigation to find out exactly what led up to the shooting and everything afterwards.
Can you take us through the call for service? Was this the suspect that was on the line? Was it someone else that was on the line?
That's what we're trying to figure out as part of this investigation. The suspect someone did call 911 and obviously relayed to our dispatch center about a hostage situation.
Were there multiple shots fired? Do you know how many?
I do not know how many shots were fired.
Did the suspect engage your officers, or did they just have a machete out at the time?
Well, from what we're told, the officers were confronted by a male with a machete.
The condition of the hostage, was somebody actually taken hostage in the situation?
That's all part of the investigation that we don't have the answer for yet. Any other questions?
Which floor was, so we can
That's a good question. I don't know which floor it was. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Any
When
kids
might we be
involved?
able to expect an update?
We're hoping to put a press release out later this afternoon.